Hi, I'm Anthony from Cindy Backyard Veggies. Out in my patch this afternoon, I am over at my jalapenos and they're ready to be harvested today. So I'm going to come through and harvest some of that crop off the plants. But I'm also going to go look at my capsicums that I've been growing out over the last 3 months, and they're also ready to harvest. So I'm going to go through and take some of those fruit off as well. So first things first, come and let me show you my jalapeno crop, and I'll show you what how big the harvest is on them at the moment. Just to show you my jalapeno crop, this variety is called Jedi, and I planted it out as seedlings in late September. I actually started the seedlings off in mid-July, and they were ready to be planted out in late September when the weather started to warm up a bit. There is 10 plants in this spot, and if I come closely you can see, you've got some really big jalapenos here. Now these will turn red if I leave them there long enough, but because of the threat of fruit fly strike that I've had suffered last year around this time, I have a preference to harvest the fruit a bit earlier, and also by doing so it actually encourages the plants to put out more flowers. So I want to get multiple flushes, and as you can see they are starting to flower and put out new fruit. So I'm going to come through and actually harvest what I can off this crop and just lighten the load a bit and hopefully get another flush in a few weeks' time. Coming to this plant, and I am looking at least 7 or 8 to harvest at this one. So beautiful, absolutely beautiful. There is a lot of smaller fruit on these, which I want to harvest. Look, the ones here at the top, but definitely these guys would all be harvested. And as you can see, really good size fruit. And when I harvest, what it does is it triggers the plant to do a second flush of flowers. So by taking off this harvest off it, you just encourage it to produce more. But what I'll do is once I finish harvesting it, I'll add some more fertiliser as well to keep them going. But there you go, I've just got 8 jalapenos off this plant, and now I'm just going to go and harvest the rest, and hopefully I can get my bucket full. Coming to the next plant, and again this one's got a lot of bigger ones. See that? Oh, beautiful. I like using these secateurs because it's gentle on the plant, but also gives it a clean cut, so they're quite sharp. This one is probably just a little young. I might leave the rest of these. So there's one there at the bottom, and there's one right there. There you go, beautiful. Okay, I'm going to continue and just harvesting the rest of the crop. That's my first row harvested, so I'm going to go now and harvest the second row and hopefully fill up the rest of this container. So I finished harvesting those jalapenos, and there you go, I've got an absolute bucket full. Really long pieces of fruit. These are looking amazing. I'm really happy with how they've come out, and I think they've responded really well to the humidity we've been having lately, so they've been doing really well. These, I'm going to go through now and wash these, take them inside, and over the next few days I'll get them pickled and made into candied jalapenos. There is a lot of crop still going there, and there is a lot of fruit still, a bit on the smaller side, which I will go through and harvest over the next 2 weeks. And I'm starting to see the first of the next flush starting as well, so expecting to harvest all the way through summer. So I'm going to go through, wash these now, and I'll come around and give these a little side dress. Now that I've harvested my crop, I'm going to come through and add a bit of fertiliser. What I'm doing first here is adding a little bit of potash. Each plant gets a little handful. And also I'm going to add dynamic lifter pellets or chicken manure pellets to each of the plants. And I'll just add that, like as in a small grab, just around the base of the plant, and that will be sufficient. I'll just continue on and do that now. And I'll just continue on through the whole row. So once I've added my potash, I'm going to add some of my chicken manure pellets, and again just a small spread just around the base of the plant, and that will be enough for now, and that would last the plant easy a good 4 weeks. So it's coming down the row. So now that I've finished harvesting my jalapenos, I'm going to actually move over here and start harvesting some of my capsicums. I'm not sure if you can see that, but I'll bring you closer. There's some absolute monsters there, right there. So absolute monsters. So I'm going to come through and harvest what I can off this crop as well. So before I start harvesting, I just want to show you my capsicum patch. This is 10 plants planted here, another 8 plants planted over there. This variety is called Harley, and it puts out quite a large capsicum. These are bell-top peppers or bell-top capsicums, and they do turn red in colour. But I tend to harvest mine a bit early because around this time I do get a lot of fruit fly damage. So, and also because there's so much fruit on the plants, I tend to feel that it's better off to take off a bit of the fruit off just to lighten the load on the plants. So I'm going to come through and harvest a few of these, and hopefully end up with about 15 to 20 pieces of fruit. But yeah, as I keep going through, you can just see quite large size crops, or quite a large blocky type capsicum. And the good news is that there is a few new flowers and fruit showing up, which is great. So I'm going to come through now, just harvest what I can off this patch. So I'm going to come through and harvest these. I'm looking at these, and I'm going to harvest the bigger of the two. So I'll harvest this one here. Let's use my snips. Beautiful. Yeah, good size. Add my hand. Could have gone a bit bigger, but I'm happy with that. I'll take that. I'm going to come through and see the next plant. I'll leave this other one to grow for another week or so. It's probably ready to be harvested as well, but I'll give it another week and I'll harvest it. I can let it get a bit more size. I'll continue down the row and see what else I can get. Coming across, and I've got 2 here. I'm going to take this one here on the outside. I'll just get my clippers. I've got a good size one here too, but I'll just take the one at the moment, just with my clippers. There you go. Beautiful. It's an absolutely amazing one, that one. I'll continue on through the row. Coming through, again, looking for, there's a few on this. I will try to get the biggest one, it's probably that one. So, coming across. Oh yeah, beautiful. It's a beautiful one, that one. Full size of my hand. I'm going to continue on. I'm going to just, actually I might, this one is almost ready. I should harvest that one next week, but it's just to get that bit of load off with that one. Beautiful. Look at that. I just really love harvesting these kind of capsicums. Just really produce heaps of really nice sized fruit. So I just finished harvesting my capsicums, and I'm happy to say that I've got a bumper crop this year. These fruits, I've only picked off one off each plant, but as you can see, these fruits are absolutely huge. Really happy with my harvest. I've harvested about 15 capsicums here, really happy. I'm going to give them a wash now, take them indoors, store them in the fridge. This variety, Harley, is my go-to variety. they produce big pieces of fruit. I could have left them on for a few more weeks to ripen and to go red, but I'm starting to push into fruit fly season here, and last year they got stung by fruit flies, so I don't want to take that risk this year. I'm going to go now and add some fertiliser to my capsicums like I did to my jalapenos. I'll be adding a bit of chicken manure pellets and a little bit of potash, and it keeps them going for the next few weeks. I'm hoping that there's going to be another flush of flowers coming through those, and what I'll do over the next few weeks to encourage that, to actually remove a lot of that bigger fruit to encourage the plant to reflower. Really grateful that this season's really kicked on here. Really happy with my capsicums and my jalapenos. I'm going to go make some pickles over the next few days, and I'll share that with everyone how I go about doing that. But thank you very much everyone for joining me in my video today. I really appreciate all the support, and I hope that you enjoyed watching me harvest my jalapenos and my capsicums as much as I have. And I hope to see you in the next one.